Welcome back, everybody. My name is Trey Herrera. For those who are new, what are we doing today? We're going to the racetrack, aka we're gonna go drifting. I am currently waiting for Jesus to get here. He last night did his hydro. If you could tell, I haven't had any caffeine yet, but he did his hydro e-brake last night, so he really wanted to go to IMI, which is the drift track. So we're gonna go get in an open drift day today. But before we talk about going drifting, this thing is in the shop, pretty much doing diagnosis on it. Customer told me he wanted me to drive it and rip on it, try to get the oil to leak wherever the leak is coming from. So this is actually a track monster, and it completely changed my feelings on Corvette. This thing is awesome. He has a really big tire up front, really big tires in the rear. This thing grips. He has a really good sway bar, coilover setup. I have not felt a rear wheel drive grip as good as this one to date. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this thing before we get loaded up to head to the drift track. This thing is awesome. So this is pretty much everything I wanted my Z to feel like, and to get there. So yeah, I'm just real psyched on this thing. He made it. Oh. How was it? Have you tried it yet?
I don't have it. Remember, we have to bleed it.
Oh, so it doesn't work at all?
No. You can kind of feel it, but...
Is it cool? Let me see.
But it looks kind of cool.
It looks kind of cool.
I did a good job installing it. I mean,
look at that thing.
My console should cover it.
Yeah. See, we need to... See, this is the whole reason we need a custom console,
and
fool.
Then look, remember how one of them sticked out more?
Yeah.
Look how perfect they are. It's the same as the other side.
Is it?
The axle over? Yes, I have shifty axle.
He's salty about it. You see that? Sheesh! 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 And extra gas. Damn, this boy's trying to go for 6 hours.
Yeah, right. Dude, this thing sucks.
You gotta do the quarter squeeze on that thing. Everybody, I found long lost Jesus. I know you guys been asking for him on the channel, but here he is.
I've been out, man.
He's been, but he's back. Look at this thing. It's nice. We polished it. We didn't film. What did we do last week? Your rear end was last week.
Oh yeah, we did a secondary diff mount. We and the toe and
caster adjustment,
and caster pieces for the subframe.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff, like full on.
It got reinforced because I kept breaking axles, and it was this side.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So hopefully what we did solved that. But yeah, today will be the test.
Yeah. We got a dual caliper set up, but we couldn't bleed it today, so
yeah, the fitting up front wasn't bleeding correctly, so it's all good. We'll have a good time still. So on camera, Jesus has to commit right now. Next Wednesday, we're going to Vandermeer. We're gonna get this thing to, I definitely think this thing will go 12, but that's
what my buddy said too. He has an E32. He says it should do the 12s, but hey, I just don't know how to drive it.
Yeah, we'll teach you. We'll teach you. He has much better tires. Last time he was on the wagon wheels, you know, the 1880s E30 wheels.
They're like 6.5, fool.
They're skinny. They're technically a skinny for a drag radius.
Like right here.
So last time we went drifting, I was in the Z highway. Yeah, was screaming like 3,000 RPMs because the gearing on it. This time we're in the GTO, so it should be a nice, comfortable drive all the way there. There, we made it. We actually thought it was closed at first, so psyched it's not, because that was not a super far drive, but far enough to be bummed out if it was closed. I'm gonna put on some stock GTO wheels. All right, we got the stock flower powers on. So gross. Jesus got his drift spares on. He's ready to go. so gross. Nobody could convince me that the stock GTO wheels look good. Sweet. All right, so drifting usually brings out what's wrong with your car. we sprung a very, very small coolant leak. Actually, it's from the tie downs, zip ties that I was using for the fan. Pretty much it came loose, and then one of the water lines on the radiator is leaking now. So me and Jesus are gonna go to the parts store. One, he needs an 8mm Allen.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you already got it? Cool.
Yeah, it's
so
tight.
his axle nuts are a little loose.
Yeah.
And we need to film better laps, because how I had it set up on the helmet, all you were looking at is my hands, as you guys could see. So far, the reliable one is Jesus right now.
The reliable. It's a beater, man. It gets beat every day. Yours too, but it's just not high.
It's not the same type of beater.
Yeah. I wish this thing was working, man.
right, Seuss, maybe I just ride with you. My car's overheated again, but it's not leaking, so that's good.
I told you that would fix it.
Yeah, look at this man has been on a mission today.
It's so sick. I ruined my paint job.
Yeah, drift car, this is what you wanted it for.
This is what I wanted it for. They're still good.
He said good snow tires right there.
Oh yeah.
Seuss to the rescue with the JB weld. We fixed the radiator.
Mine's been JB welded.
Oh my gosh. We're true sloppy mechanics now, huh? Sad day. I was trying to get some camera angles. I had to leave early. The boys are still outside, but I was trying to get some really good footage for you guys on the helmet, and so you guys could see what I was doing, and it just wasn't working out. The GoPro app on my phone doesn't work well, so I couldn't actually like double check it. So initially the second angle was really good, and then I think I bumped it or did something, so I had no idea. And then you know, I only have one GoPro, so you know, the footage is what it is. So I'm sorry for the lack of footage. All right, so we got roughly about a half-hour drive back to the shop. I gotta grab my dog, and we're back on it. Yeah, we're back on it. I'm just super bummed. Damn it, I'm sorry guys, them clips are gonna be trash, but on a positive note, car feels awesome. Rear end feels awesome. Now's the first time really testing it with, you know, I have billet subframe bushings and a G-force sway bar, and the car doesn't get hardly any, if at all. I have no wheel hop whatsoever. So I'm really hyped on that. No wheel hop, car does awesome, drives as it's supposed to. Now I'm just interested to see how it's going to hook up at the track when I have some real good, some proper grip and everything else. But I am psyched on the cam. I'm psyched on how everything else feels. I should definitely build a drift specific car. In all honesty, I don't really care to slide this car. I can feel the weight in it, even though my particular car is not extremely heavy. In transitions of turns, I could feel it. And I definitely felt like when I was slide the Z or like my E36, it was a lot better than this car in particular. I could do it. There is no issues with this car and drifting. But there's other platforms that I definitely feel are better, especially after driving a few other cars. Like that Corvette I have in the shop right now. That thing feels so planted in comparison to this GTO. It kind of made me rethink what I thought about the setup of the GTO. Yeah, just so many little things. And that's cars, guys. The longer you guys are in this stuff, the more things you change or try out or do different, because you're going after something that feels and performs better than what you have. Now, as for the cam stuff, I am really pleased. I'm sure this guy gave me a thumbs up on my car. As for the cam stuff, I'm super pleased with this Lobby Stage 2. It definitely suits the turbo much better than what I had before. Yeah, no complaints so far. Now the next best thing is one thing I do have to do is get this to the track, so that'll be next Wednesday. And yeah, we're gonna get this over to Vandermeer, and we're gonna get a baseline to start the season, see what the car could do.